Walt Disney World is probably the largest private construction job in America. And as the construction chief for that construction job, the number one question probably is, are you on time?
Yes, we are. We have no reason at all to doubt that we will open on 1 October 1971.
Now, when you open in October of this year, what will a guest find at Walt Disney World? What are the full dimensions of our Phase 1?
Well, they'll find everything completed that we have planned for Phase 1, including the monorail and all of the ships on the lagoon, all of the shows in the theme park. There will be, of course, a number of projects that will have started, but which we do not expect to complete until Phase 2 or one of the succeeding years.
Now, will Phase 1 include an amusement theme park like Disneyland?
Yes, even more extensive than Disneyland. And may I say, we believe the shows are greatly improved and much more sophisticated.
And when you say improved and more sophisticated, can you give us some examples of the kind of shows that
Well, I think probably the best example I can give you is A Small World. We first put the Small World in the New York Fair at an estimated cost of around $3.5 million. We put ostensibly the same show in Disneyland at a cost of $5 million. And here we are putting it in at a cost of an additional $3 million. So the show is improved and, as I say, more sophisticated.
What are the similarities in what Walt Disney World will be when it opens and what you found at Disneyland when Disneyland opened?
Well, the basic concept that the company has of an amusement park will be closely followed in the Disney World. We will incorporate all the lessons that we have learned in Disneyland, and of course we will maintain our very strong policies of safety, courtesy, and cleanliness. And even there, in the area of cleanliness, as you know, we have more sophisticated means of disposing of trash, as for example the ABAC system. Also within the theme park, there are a number of other major attractions which are notably improvements over what we have at Disneyland, as for example the castle. The castle, as you doubtless have seen, is much more elaborate, it's higher, and furthermore it houses a very excellent restaurant on the second story. In the case of Main Street, there we have substituted certain materials which, based upon experience, will be maintenance-free, fiberglass and etc. Furthermore, on Main Street in the Disney World, the second stories are practical. We use those for offices. In Disneyland, they're merely supporting the facades that you see on the public sees from the street. In the case of the jungle ride, we have introduced the Cambodian ruins, which follows very closely, and after much research, the stories of the Far East. Does that cover pretty much?
Along Main Street, this is an authentic turn-of-the-century town.
Yes, yes, that follows the same theme of Disneyland. It's the turn of the century. You see the horse-drawn streetcars. You'll see the old variety store, the Emporium. You'll see the silent cinema and the penny arcade and the other things that were dear to the heart of many of our fathers and grandfathers.
Now, you mentioned the Navy. What dimensions is this Walt Disney World Navy?
Well, we probably should recognize that the Walt Disney World is far more extensive. It has not only a theme park, but it has many other attractions such as the large lake and the lagoon, the theme hotels, the Polynesian and the Contemporary, the rather large fleet that we'll have operating on those waters, including the two Osceola side wheel steamboats, which after a lot of research follow very closely the early steamboats, river steamboats in Florida. They'll carry some 200 passengers each. They'll have the old rocker arm propulsion, a single cylinder, And already we've had a tremendous amount of correspondence and interest on the part of people throughout the country. Then we will have 6 smaller steamers, the Voyageur class, which will carry about 40 passengers each. And we'll have a host of small sailboats and other watercraft, which I know that everyone will enjoy.
You're using modular construction in the hotels.
In the hotels, yes. This is a departure from anything that has been done before, inasmuch as the modular construction here is made of steel. And after it leaves the U.S. Steel Realty factory, it is practically completed, with the exception of the interior of the carpet and the furniture. But all of the utilities are in place, and it's merely a matter of connecting up the wiring and the piping as the unit is placed in its position. The cost of Disneyland when we opened was approximately $17 million, although subsequently in the following 10 years we invested another $110 million. However, in the case of the Disney World, when we open, the construction costs will approximately $240 million. And added to that will be the cost of the hotels, and still further the cost of the drainage and the utilities provided by the district, which will probably total another $30 million.